An attack was imminent, but your patrols staved off the enemy. Interesting. So someone tried to take out our castle. I guess I can take a look at the castle real quickly here. Let's see. Oh, we finished constructing the Eastern Barbican. I might want to take a look at that. Or did we do that last time? It's admittedly been a little while since last time. Is there anything I can tell them to build right now? I think everything's pretty expensive, right? Let's see. I have 1,200 gold, so it might be worth looking into something. Let's look for anything that actually has the option to build it. Warden's Lodge. Watches over the wilds near the stronghold. Upgrade the lodge will grant a bonus to survival skill upon resting at Bright Hollow as well. Or Bright Hollow Hearth. Duh. That's so we can have a proper inn to recover at back at base. So I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that upgrade right now, and in about a day we should have it. I went ahead and warped out here to Stormwall Gorge, which I believe is where I met our druid friend, because just north of here is going to be Deerford Village, which is going to be my next goal here as I continue elsewhere, because we did that last story mission, and I was able to get through it with just talking, but you saw from the previous episode that combat kicked my ass, so I think it might not be a terrible idea to do a little bit of side questing and train this party a little bit, because they were going down relatively easily. So, we had that quest, the Parable of Whale. A group of the thieves has stolen a scroll of whale from the hull of Revealed Mysteries in Defiance Bay. The Grand Archivist Grimda wants me to track down the thieves and recover the scroll. Grimda said that one of the thieves mentioned an abandoned farm on the path to Deerford. Well, this is the path to Deerford as best as I can tell, so we're going to go... Oh, let's leave fast mode in case something actually happens around here. I'm going to try to find... Feral Druid. That's a thing?
And what does the flame reveal?
So I've been passing on a lot of combat up to this point, but it's probably a good idea for me to get some combat under my belt. Instead, I've been doing a little bit too much role-playing, I think, or at least this is my friend's advice. I may be role-playing a little too much and just playing in character when at some point you do have to play it like this type of game. So let's actually get some experience, for example. So let's select all of our melee characters and tell them to just go for the melee attack. Durance. What's you have a once per encounter move. Only in combat, though. We have to start that first. Peril and... Yeah, we'll tell our archers to attack at range 2 because they're already set up for that. We'll go ahead and initiate this combat. Okay. There's more enemies than I thought there would be. They're all feral druids, apparently. What kind of stats do we have about this guy? He's barely injured. 47 defense. How does that compare to my other characters, for example? Damage reduction 6. That's fine. That makes sense for him. Damage reduction 7. Oh, defense is 49. Okay, I was looking at the wrong number. Alright, just to be clear then, he has 49 defense on the shield icon. So they shouldn't be too far off from my character. We'll just have to be careful about how we proceed here. So Kana, let's see. We'll have to be careful about how we go through here. I'll tell this dog to attack this target. We want to split up our attacks here. We'll try to wound one of the other characters so they don't group up too fast on Kana. Let's see, marked prey. Yeah, bonus damage. I want to go for that guy. And Durance is going to want to use this once per encounter spell. We're going to have to get him closer to the core of the group. I should have ordered him forward from the get-go, but I made a mistake there. Let's see, so I get to use 2 of these and 5 of these per rest. I may want to use one of these here. Let's see. So someone explained something to me. Apparently this ring you see, the red is the damage. The red will hit everybody. Yellow will only hit allies. So you'll see my friend's in the yellow and it's not affecting them. We're like, this red guy is affected the moment the yellow barely grazes him. My friend won't be affected until the red grazes him. So I may be able to cast this right around here to blind a bunch of dudes. So we'll see how this proceeds. That should hopefully be helpful. Let's see. Did it show up on here? Or are you still casting it? He might still be casting it. I don't see evidence that it's already happened yet. Okay, let's just focus on getting Durance in range for his defensive spell to help people out. There we go. So we'll cast Holy Radiance. to help out. Kana, are you even targeting this guy? We want you to do some damage here if you can. It's not always easy to tell if someone's currently engaged in combat properly, just because sometimes they just stand around winding up an attack with no visible wind-up, which is a little bit of a weird sight. So, barely injured. Let's see, hit that guy's defenses of 53 and... Okay, so these guys might be a little tough. But we're out in the open and not on a quest specifically, so we might be okay here. This is twice per encounter, right? Yeah. Yeah. So let's get our wounding shot in there. We might want to get a... Let's see. Let's go ahead and just become a shapeshift and assist in the fray. Alright. We have an enemy breaking off to approach, so we'll have him attack directly. Holy crap. Did we just... Everyone just took a huge amount of endurance damage, didn't they? What were we hit by? Let's see. I'm looking for evidence of what... A blizzard. Blizzard hit Sagani. It interrupted Sagani, so it stopped her attack. 32 freeze damage, 47 freeze damage on Heravis. 24 on Peril. It was a graze. So we just got punished severely for grouping these people up, apparently. Maybe I can get Sagani to back away from the group a little bit just to make them less available for such an AoE. Unfortunate that happened. I'm gonna say we're gonna want to get, yeah. We're gonna want to use Durance to buff the party again. As soon as we get the opportunity. Eder, I want you to knock someone on their ass if you can. Near death. Maybe we'll try to finish him off first, actually. Yeah, never mind. Kana, you only have you're only 2 chance in. As soon as we can, we're gonna want to summon skeletons. But hopefully, we'll be able to do some real damage to this guy that's breaking off from the pack. Target him with both rangers to try to get him down, because our druid is not very resilient right now at all. These assholes are interrupting my abilities. Speaker and Crucible. Attacks Fortitude once per rest. 2 per rest. It's a fear ability, I guess. Let's just go ahead and progress some time. Oh! Yeah, we already knew he was low on endurance. We just have to go for it. Oh, he's not in shapeshift form anymore. That's awkward. Oh, he just got crit for 30 shock damage. These guys might be a little high for me. This is not ideal. Alright. If this Feral Druid goes down, then we can break off Itumak and send him down here. Oh! One of the druids has shapeshifted into a horrifying moose monster, apparently. Alright. We need to figure out what I can do to this guy. Iconic projection, slow moving and energy. No, I need I want to go specifically for an attack. Divine Mark. Burn damage and lowering deflection. Let's try to deal with this guy that's going to be a problem here. We need someone to engage with this guy now that Heravis is down. Okay, so Durance just did 22 burn damage and give them a mark for 5.8 seconds. Let's make sure our characters are still targeting that guy, because he needs to go down now. Thankfully, everyone else is still up. It's just our druid that went down. Over here, it's getting a little hard to tell what's going on. I'm a little surprised we haven't taken out this druid yet. He's supposed to be near death. Oh, is he down? Or did Peril just went down from a blizzard? I'm not really seeing the blizzard get cast. It kind of catches me off guard when it happens. Alright, there goes our ranger. That's not ideal. Kana's target's destroyed, finally. That's like our first target, unfortunately. But we have our 3rd chant in, so I'm going to want to summon skeletons ASAP. He's casting that now, right? Did I activate that correctly? Yeah, I think I casted it correctly. Our Itumak's going to break off to fight this Feral Druid, now that his target's destroyed. So is Garrix. We need to focus on this guy, because he's going to try to fight our priest one-on-one, and we don't really want him to do that. I might want to already cast another priest spell. Let's see. Divine Terror, Blessing. Do I just go for I already used Blessing, didn't I? Or was that the other spell? I might just have him just fight for now. Just engage in melee as this guy approaches, and hopefully we don't get completely wiped out. Alright, so there's a big nasty enemy over here, this Moose Druid. I'm gonna try to knock him on his ass if I can. with our oh so useful fighter who has a good track record with that stuff. Let's see, Edar engaged Feral Druid in melee, who grazed him slightly. He's still trying to activate that attack, right? Or did he not do it? Now is he gonna okay, now he's gonna activate it. Okay, we'll give this a shot. If I can knock him down, then we'll be in a good shape. Ooh, skeletons everywhere. I'm gonna tell each skeleton to attack a different druid, just to pile onto all of them, basically. Actually, no, 2 of them are gonna go on this middle one because no one's engaging with that one right now. Durance is not doing great, but we have a lot of skeletons, which should help. Oh God, what happened? All right, Durance is down. Feral Druid did dancing bolts, 2 grazes, 3 hits, 3 crits. 3 crits, Jesus Christ. Oh God. It hit 2 of the all the skeletons. It hit everything. All the good guys and all the bad guys, I assume, just got hit by that. Let's see. Grazes Garrix, Edar, Durance, Kana, Itumak, Skeleton for 31 damage. Oh, it doesn't say it hit any of the other feral druids. It just says it hits my guys. Does Dancing Bolts not have friendly fire? Because that's super scary to fight against then. We might die in the first fight I've tried to engage in. Alright. My ranger's still engaged in the feral druid, right? The best I can do is proceed with time, right? Who just went down? We just lost Durance, I think? Garrix is down, I think. No, just low endurance on. Oh, no, character death Garrix. We just lost our wolf. That's somewhat inconsequential, though. I think he doesn't even lose hit points, right? Yeah, still maximum health. He'll be fine. Edar, if you can. Now, you don't really have a lot of abilities to use right now. He's also so high on hit points, he doesn't need to recover, so I can let him be. Kana is also enduring just fine so far, so he'll just continue as planned. Hopefully the skeletons can team up on this guy alright, and Durance is down, unfortunately, but we have skeletons on one guy, and we have a wolf on one guy. Oh! Itumak just got knocked out. This feral druid might persist longer than I want him to. Jesus. So the question is, can I tell this druid to go attack... Can I tell the skeleton to attack this druid without attack of opportunity? He's not currently the focus. Yeah, it looks like he got away. I was gonna say, he's not the focus right now. Oh, he's dead. Human skeleton's dead. 2 human skeletons have left the party, or all 3 of them have left the party. So we ultimately lost all 3 skeletons before they even successfully... Before he was even able to get one more chant in. Thankfully, Edar and Kana are durable as hell, apparently, so they're not going down right now, but they're quickly running out of assistance. This is kind of a shit show right now. Alright, I kind of have to just hope that our ranger can take out this feral druid really quickly here. I should try to hobble him so he can't approach very quickly. Did we do it? Did we do it? Wounding shot, hobbled for 5 seconds. Awesome. But he's casting a spell right now. That's not good for me. He's casting a lightning spell. We could be in trouble from that. Hopefully I can finish him off before he gets it off. Kenna stops chanting the March of the Kamawa. Is he about to be dead? His hit points just dropped dramatically. What happened to Kenna? He did Ancient Memory for 5 hits? Wow, okay. Things are... Let's see. Kana was hit for 20 shock damage. And, oh, he's stunned. That's why he's not chanting anymore. Please kill this druid. Kana has been knocked out, making us across the board in a bad situation. Now it's just Edar. Wow, our first fight is going so poorly. This might be a good example of why I've avoided so many fights up to this point, because I don't have a lot of experience or high-level characters really. So this admittedly may have been a bad place to start training, because it's pretty far away from where you start. Oh no, Sangani just got killed before she could get another shot off. Now it's 3 feral druids against Edar. His chances are not high. 33 endurance. I'm gonna say let's use this. How do I use it? Oh, I just heard a sound, so I assume he's gonna use it now. Oh, low endurance from Edar. Well, I can't give him more. And he's getting a shit pushed in. He's pretty screwed. Alright. We've lost. Well, at least we took out one of them. At least Eddar's getting back up because he's such a pro. And he's down. Well, fuck. Go fight stuff in the wilderness. You're skipping too much things. You're not going to be high enough level. First guys to pick a fight with. You fucked. Good thing for quick save. Alright, let's see if we can get past those horrifying druids and maybe not pick a fight with those particular enemies. And let's just see if we can find this. It's supposed to be an abandoned farm. What is this? What's a pirgva? Some kind of horrible creature down there? Pigra? I'm just gonna keep going towards my objective, which may be over here. Let's see. Abandoned farm on the path to Deerford. Well, this is the path. Although, how big is the path to Deerford? Like, it's from the perspective of that town. It could be in the wooded plains. It could be at the bridge. It could be in the gorge. Gonna hope it's along this way. Let's see. Top path. Well, the side path goes nowhere, so I'm gonna assume bottom path is the way to go, because that looks like it's gonna go somewhere I haven't been yet, and that'll hopefully help lead us to these bandits that are so happy to steal things. Sticking with stealth mode briefly, just because I don't want to get surprised. There we go. So what are we gonna find down here? Oh, it just ends in water. I forgot. My bad. So where's this abandoned farm? I'm guessing it's not the horrifying summoning circle thing. So let's try hitting. I'll go up on top of this ridge and head north. Maybe as we explore in that direction, we'll find something new. There's a body over there, which is always a great starting point. Can we find anything on this body? Oh, that's a lion. Should we fight a lion? I don't know if we should fight a lion necessarily. Seems like it might be a bad idea. Or maybe we should totally fight a lion, is what I'm getting at. Oh god. Oh my god, there's so many lions. Okay, this might end very poorly for me. Also, I can't really see very well from here. Okay, so I'm gonna say... Kana, go after lion. Eddar, go after another lion. Garrix and Itumak should also assist at fighting lions. So many characters to fight. Actually, should it be one wolf per lion? Just to keep them distracted. There's an elder lion. Is that the weaker lion? Does that mean he's weaker or more badass? Is the question there. Anyway. What is something fun I can cast here? Probably gonna want to make my party fast. Oh. A fire attack could be fun. I should wait till the combat is engaged properly though, so I... Dancing bolts. Let's read about this. Someone did this to me. Summons a flurry of thin bolts of lightning, hitting enemies in the area with effect shock damage. Oh, that's a very large spell. Okay. That could be fun to use against the lions in a second here. But first off, we're going to want to position Durance so that he can cast... Oops, that's her advice. He'll stay put. I want to position Durance so that he can cast a helpful spell on the party in a moment here. We're just going to go ahead and start focus firing on the lead lineup, the one up front, with our two rangers. We'll get this party started. Oh my god, there's so many lions. Alright, now that we're getting started here, cast Holy Radiance to help out the party. Where's my... You have the scary lightning spell. Let's do it on all the lions. Let's hit the lions with the scary spell. And it'll hopefully not hit any party members except for maybe some dogs. Let's see, did he successfully... Hero Vice, did you cast it successfully? Hero Vice, Dancing Bolts, 3 misses. Ah, 3 misses, 1 graze, and 1 hit. So it did 33 damage overall. That's really disappointing. Let's give it another shot. You can do better than that, Hero Vice. Are these like really resilient? Are these monsters really resilient against freaking bolt attacks? I'm gonna try to knock down the lioness if I can. We're already halfway out of hit points on Kana. He is not equipped for this situation apparently. I'll do anything I can to weaken the one that Kana's fighting, which is the one we're mostly focus firing anyway. Because that guy needs to go down. Hopefully get another lightning attack off to do better damage this time. Please. Is Kana down already? Wait, what happened? Oh, Garrix is down. I can deal with that. Okay, did we do better this time? Itumuk and Garrix are dead, I believe. Itumuk still has full hit points because they seem to be impervious. 2 misses and 3 grazes. We grazed a lioness, elder lion, and lion for 9 damage. That's not a lot still. Elder lion hit Itumuk for 33. Fuck, this is a bad place to be at this level, isn't it? Maybe I should go backwards. Oh, cool, this one lion's going down. Yeah, I might be learning from my lesson from this place. I might want to backtrack to an earlier zone and look for some more quests there. Because this might be a bad place to hang out. But hey, 1 lion's down, and Kana even outlasted him. So I guess that's cool. We'll see if we can have Kana... Let's see. We'll have Kana focus on the lioness that the other one's already focusing on. I'm going to try to burst down the ones we can here. And I'm going to try to cast a defensive spell. Armor of Faith, damage reduction in the area. That can affect most of my allies in this spot. Edar is about to go down. Fuck. That's not ideal. And there goes Garrix. But hopefully that little bit of damage reduction will help us out here. And Lioness is all up on our caster. So things are going bad quickly, although a few of them are taking good damage at least. I mean, that's promising. I may want to stack up another nasty lightning spell if I can, specifically in a way that doesn't affect our very carefully not highlighting our allies. There we go. Because the yellow doesn't affect our allies, but the red does. And there goes Edar, but he'll get up in a second, but he loses aggro attempt for a moment there. Bestiary progress, 25% on lion. We're 264 out of 1,000 experience earned. I assume that means we get more experience. I assume there's some sort of bonus against them, or we learn some special information about them once we've killed enough of them. So who just went down? Oh, Sagani's target went down. So the lead one they were all fighting went down. So it's 3 lions now versus... Oh hey, our party has actually lost 0 people so far, not counting the dogs. Which is not a bad place to be in. After this one fight though, I'm probably going to want to get the fuck out of here. I don't think this is going to be a big place for me to hang out. Let's see. Let's try to cast an offensive spell. Well, a spell that makes our offense better is the best I can do at this point with that character. And burn damage. What's my blinding ability? I had a blinding ability, right? Because that could be handy. There we go. If I can blind these guys, that could help me out quite a bit against them potentially. Let's try to get that off from there. Edar, you need to start attacking this, get back in the action with this Elder Lion, now that we're going again. Kana's still alive, but just barely. Oh! Kana now can cast, Summon Skeletons. Hopefully he'll get that off before it goes down in a second here, because he's totally going to go down. And Kana's down without summoning his skeletons, unfortunately. Welp. At least Edar's back alive shortly. And we're about to try to blind all these dudes with a spell right now. Did that hit anyone? They kind of moved out of the way, didn't they? 11 burn damage and blinded on 1 lion. Awesome. That'll make him an easier target. We'll have our archers focus on... Which one's weakest, actually? The focus on the lioness that's blinded. Hopefully being blinded means that they'll also be easier to hurt. Because they probably aren't very good at dodging at that point, I hope. Let's see, specifically target with that character and that character. Edar is currently engaged with the Elder Lion. Already tried to knock him down. I'll try to use this thing to give him... should I use regeneration right now? I don't know about that. Oh yeah. Displaced image, that makes him have better dodge. I don't know if I want to blow it right now though. It's probably all the druid spells I want to blow right now, so my druid's probably going to go into shapeshifting here. Holy power. Might and resolve of all allies in the area. How big is the area? Is there a way to know? What's the range? 1.5 meters. That's not very big. 3 might, 7 resolve. I'm trying to look for a spell to use with my Restore Light Endurance. Let's use that on Edar to keep myself and him going. Is it going to affect the lion too? How does that work? The lion's flashing. I'm not clear on if that works or not. Let's see. I could just use it behind Edar, so I know it's only affecting him back there. Unless Durance goes down midway through trying to cast the spell. That's entirely possible. Durance is down. Okay. Should have seen that coming. I wish I could see past this tree. It's a little unfortunate. So Durance is down. Lioness. That Lioness is still persisting, but they should be dead very soon. Elder Lion's being a problem. Dealing with this last lion right here is going to be a problem. So let's shapeshift as our druid. Get him ready for the fact that he's going to have to fight this guy probably. And hopefully our ranged characters can take out the lioness that's about to go down. Lioness is down. Alright, who do we want to focus on? Let's focus on the lion with our rangers. The one that's closer and fighting the druid, because Edar can probably hold his own better than our druid can. Is what I'm guessing. Edar is about to go down. Alright, let's try to get this lion down as fast as possible. He's going down. Damage is happening to him. It's a good sign. Alright. We were successful at getting him down as fast as possible. Now everyone can focus on Elder Lion. Does Edar have... Edar cannot do another knockback. Do we have a cool trick for this character? Briefly accelerate attacks rate once per rest. Alright. I'll use Cat Flurry on this guy, especially since Edar's about to go down. He just needs to approach first. There we go. Cat Flurry attack. Let's do this. Bammo. Badly injured lion. Edar is down again, this time for good probably. I doubt his armor's gonna get him back up again. But our druid's in range with a buff that'll make him better at combat, so we should be able to take out this lion and hopefully get a nice amount of experience right here. Up, target down. We won. That was hell. Alright everyone, you can get back up now. It's safe. Ish, maybe. Alright. Any cool items to be had? Let's go looting items. Lion hide. Lions were once a common sight on the plains east and south of Ir Glanfath's great forest, but colonization in the eastern reach has pushed the great cats back to the relative safety of the territory between Glenfathan and Deerwood communities. In addition to their great power, lions are known for their roar, a terrifying sound that can strike fear even into the hearts of the bravest kith. 5 copper point value. Not a ton to be had. Put that in our stash. Elder Lion Fang, that could be better. Is this the same? That's the same thing. But the Fang's worth twice as much. So that's good. Anything else to loot here? There's a body. That could have something... Oh, that's probably better. Moonstone derives its name from the moonlight-like luster and is sometimes collected by Andra's gift-bearers who associate the stone's presence in the world with the legends of Andra's love affair with the moon. That's already worth more than all those lions combined, basically. Oh, and we got some copper. We got some straight-up money. Is that another regeneration potion? Put that on Edar for sure. Winged Helm. Helmets come in many forms. That's just the same description we always get, but that one has a cool appearance. But we already gave a better, like, actual stat helm to Edar, so it doesn't really matter. Any other lions to loot? I think that's it. So, we took a bad hit, but we got... Bestiary Progress Elder Lion, we got 168. Oh, so Elder Lion's its own category. So we got 168 experience-ish per enemy. Oh, 132, 132, 132, 132, 168. So we got a good chunk of experience from that. How is our protagonist doing, for example? Peril, the 3rd level ranger. Yeah, he'll level up if we do another fight like that. That'll be good. But I'm not going to do it here, I don't think. Oh, right, I have to reactivate... I was going to... Let's see... We had our inn that I was trying to do. The hearth. There we go. I want to get the hearth in progress. So I'm probably going to head... we could head forward and at least make it to the next town, maybe. Just enter stealth mode and fast mode. I might as well discover the next little village if I can. But otherwise, I might go back to my home base to heal up, and maybe we'll go back to the very first town where everyone was, with the Gilded Veil with the creepy hanging bodies. Because maybe I've accelerated too quickly down the main story. Maybe I should be looking for side quests early on, because I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. That may not be the intended effect, or I could be garbage, or this game could just be really hard. I don't know, but there's a good chance that I'm just probably supposed to actually have some experience under my belt before I go halfway across the world map.
Your brother, did you and he get along?
We got along how brothers do. He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
My own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Takoa. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
Got it.
Alright, so now the question's gonna be, is this place hostile? Oh, I can talk to that person, so that's a good sign. It looks like we updated through Death's Gate. The Acolyte's vision showed me mysterious ruins somewhere outside the Deerford. The leaden key has sent operatives there to find the site, though their purpose is unknown to me. Find someone in town who knows about the ruins. I finally reached Deerford Village. It's a sleepy little backwater, but there's got to be someone here who's familiar with the ruins. So that's more main quest stuff. I'm going to avoid that for now, I think, just because I think I could use some experience. But let's take a look at what we have around here. We have an inn, a mill, apothecary, courier, grieving. Oh, there's an NPC called the Grieving Mother. Oh, well, I'm curious. Let's take a look then. As we approach. Oh. Oh, how do I select everybody? Shit. Guys, come back. Someone wanted to talk to us. I ran too fast through town. How do I awkwardly click on everybody? Ta-da. Is everyone back yet? Enough people are back. We'll figure it out. This person wants to talk to us. The guard gives you an appraising eye. You've recently come to Dyrford, I take it. I don't suppose you saw a young elven noblewoman on the road. I'm stuck in this wretched place with the rest of my unit until we find her. Who is she? Lady Alice. He bites his lip. She's the daughter of Lord Nestor Herond, and she's gone missing. He sighs. Perhaps you could speak with Lord Herond at the inn. He'll be grateful for the assistance, and it could be the villagers will open up to you more than they have to us. And we already got a new quest, Blood Legacy. Interesting, this is an actual quest. We have a couple of like tasks, but quests are something different apparently. Is there like a clear classification difference between them? Because I'm not actually entirely sure. Lady Alice Herond has disappeared in the quiet town of Deerford. Lord Herond is sick and worry about her I don't know how I fucked that sentence up. Lord Herond is sick with worry for her and fears that the town folks are intentionally keeping something from him. A guard in the Lord Herond's waiting in the inn. I mean, doesn't hurt to talk to people.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna get killed by trying to talk to a few characters around town at least. So let's look for the inn. Or I could also follow up with the Grieving Mother. Let's do the inn for now, I guess. It's closer. Why not? So is there a reason to not just randomly take shit from people? Like, do they get mad at me for just grabbing shit from bags like that? Because so far nothing's happened. Oh well. Heading on inside.
You must gather your party before venturing.
Really? We have to wait for the dogs that I didn't select correctly? Come faster. There we go. You found Dracogen Inn. Congratulations. That's a... Hey, 60 experience and pop's not terrible. Peril needs 300 more experience to level up, which means if we discover 5 new locations, we're already there. So we've gotten a decent chunk of it outside of combat just from that. I'll take it. Bunch of random-ass villagers. Who's Sid? You have a name. I'll talk to you.
I just want to find her. Surely even you can understand that.
A redhead stands by the fire, tuning her lute and plucking at strings. She hums snatches of a medley as she goes. First time at Dracogen. Normally I'd have a song ready, but I haven't quite worked out this tune yet. I'm writing some chants about the founding of this inn. Say, you interested in a story? I haven't finished the chants, but I can tell you about it all the same. Sure, let's have it. Oh, excellent. These rustic fables are always great fun. Let me get something to write with. It was built in the time of Hadrit's rebellion. An Adrian lady, Thainu, once had a keep there. One of the towers still stands, but the rest is said to be buried under the village. Anyway, she stuck to the side of the Empire, and a contingent of Duke Hadrit's Knights of the Crucible helped the farmers and colonists in the area turn her keep to rubble. This inn was the first building that sprang up from the ruin, built with some of the same bricks the colonists had pulled from the Lady Thainu's castle, they say. Supposedly, the quarterstaff of her chief wizard even got lost in the construction, mortared into a wall or nailed into her floorboard. Anyway, the inn was supposed to be a haven and a meeting place while the locals built their new town. Go on. Deerwoodans are an ornery lot, and the more these new neighbors met, the more they argued. They realized they didn't agree on much beside ousting the Lord. The biggest divide was over Glenfathans and their nearby ruins. Hadrit's knights and their supporters wanted to keep the peace, but a group of misfits with more anarchic leanings that had formed in town wanted to go after the tribes in the same way they'd gone after their lord. Soon, the villagers were fighting with each other as much as with the Adrians. In the end, memories of the Broken Stone War and War of Black Trees were fresh enough that the Duke's soldiers won the day. Most of the other villagers came around eventually, but some of the core troublemakers left to join the front lines of the War of Defiance, and others, I've heard, found their way into the Guided Compass. The most forward-looking of the Glenfathan tribes. I don't know if I believe that part myself, but it makes a good story. She points to the east wall. There's a portrait of one of the chief rabble-rousers and his rival in the peacekeeping faction. Someone's idea of a joke. I don't think they were particularly amused. I want to hear more about the Broken Stone War. That was the first major conflict between the original Adrian settlers and the Glenfathans. Happened 3 years into colonization, with some farmers knocked over in Adra Manor, and that was part of an Anguithan ruin. The war didn't last long, but it spread quickly and claimed thousands. In early weeks, most of the colonists didn't even realize there was a war going on until Glenfathan raiders hit their villages. There had been small, spontaneous skirmishes between colonists and locals before then, but this was organized, and it was the start of decades of violence between the colonists and the Glenfathans. As you can see, Deerwood's full of history, even in little villages like this. Tell me about the War of Black Trees. It started in the colonial days, almost 30 years after the Broken Stone War. Even though isolated conflicts still broke out between the settlers and Glenfathans, both sides had officially agreed to peace. Andrew Hadrit, Ameth's father, was Gref at the time. As part of peace negotiations, he had signed treaties prohibiting Adrian colonists from looting Anguithan ruins. However, he'd been unable to outlaw the use of capturing Glenfathans as slaves. What's a Gref? A Gref is a governor of a colony and is subservient to the Adrian Empire. And the early leaders of the Andir colony in the Deerwood, including Endring and Ameth Hadret, were Grefs. In the start of the War of Defiance, Admeth Hadret declared himself Duke of the independent Deerwood rather than the Gref of the Empire's colony. It was the same term used for leaders of the newly independent Villian republics. Anyway, we haven't had a Gref since. Indeed, the taking of Glenfathan slaves has continued to be a source of conflict. It came to a head when Imperial agents, aided by certain earls in the Deerwood, began looting the ruins again. See, the Empire had never actually agreed to Hadrit's treaties on the matter, and the recent secession of the Valian Republics likely left them eager to weaken Hadrit's position. The looting sparked a brutal slave uprising and a guerrilla campaign among the Glenfathans. Adreng Hadret was too old to lead forces into battle, and so he sent his son Admeth. Admeth made a costly but effective decision that ended the war faster than anyone could have imagined. He burned the forest near the Iskayan River to keep the Glenfathan warbands from retreating. Thousands of Glenfathans died, and the Admeth repeated his scorched earth tactics in the following months, quite literally. He wore down the remainder of their forces. To this day, over 150 years later, there are still sections of the Deerwood where the trees are nothing but bare, charred trunks. Farewell. Well, that was a little piece of history.
We're decent folk, my lord. Perhaps you should leave
Got it.
and check the wilds.
Got it.
So Lord Harrond here is trying to find his family. Or was it family, or was it? I can't remember if it was daughter or wife. Let's talk to Dengler.
Gods keep you.
The innkeeper digs inside a mug with a dirty rag. His eyes under his thick brows are tired but watchful. He gives you a quick nod as you approach the bar. Don't see many travelers these days. Something I can do for you? What was your exchange with that nobleman about? He looks up from polishing his tankard and glowers at the lord. Folk round here's decent. They mind their own business. You want to stick your nose in it, go talk to him yourself. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go talk to him myself. Jesus Christ, you're going to be rude about it. Alright, let's zoom on here. Hey, buddy. You in a good mood? With your, missing people? The man wears Edder-style robes. Simple but elegant. His fine leather shoes look like they were made for padding around indoors, yet they're caked with mud. He yanks at a lock of hair twined around his silk-gloved finger. His fine features are etched in it with anxiety.
My child is out there. Do they not understand?
My lord, we're doing everything we can. Unfortunately, these villagers...
Beasts take them all. I don't care how you do it, but find her.
Your child is missing, I take it.
Yes, Lady Alice. My daughter. I've asked around, but nobody in this mud hole has any concerns beyond their swine. They turn my men away like beggars and seem downright pleased to be of no use. But you're not one of my soldiers. And you look like you're used to getting your hands dirty, if you don't mind my saying so.
My lord, a simple vagabond. So they're not. It said drifter in brackets, so they're not a fan of the fact that I have a drifter background. Harmon raises a hand to silence the man. If you find her, he nibbles the thumb of one silk glove. Tell her I won't be upset with her. She can come back and all will be well. I just want to make sure my Elise, my child, is safe. Nothing in the world is more important to me. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your daughter.
Elise. Of course.
Describe Lady Elise. She's a striking young man. She's a striking young woman. Bears more resemblance to her mother than to me. She has auburn hair and delicate, well-bred features. She must be, 28, 29 now. How long has she been missing? You're saying that as if she's been gone forever now. Tell me about her disappearance. We'd stopped in Deerford for a few days. On our fourth evening here, I was making plans to continue our journey. Lady Elise was feeling unwell and went to bed. When I retired a couple of hours later, I found that she had vanished. None of my men had seen her go, and no one at the inn knew where she was. Since then, my people have been combing the village, but we've yet to find a clue, and the locals have been no help. Why did you and Elise come to Deerford? It was merely a stop along the way to Ina's Rest. However, she took ill shortly before our arrival, so it seemed prudent to allow her a few days to recover. What's an Ina's Rest? He frowns, as if to protest, but he gives in with a sigh. Lady Elise has reached an age where it is prudent for her to marry. Given this legacy business, I can't let her fertile years slip by, nor do I want her womb to fester in the presence of so many Hollowborn. So they specifically were heading somewhere. They were heading somewhere specifically because they're trying to marry her off. Well, I mean, she might have vanished specifically because she didn't want to do that. Looks like I don't have the intelligence or survival to do those top ones. I can say, let's see. Where's the rest of your family? Surely they wouldn't want to miss your daughter's betrothal. Lady Harold is ill-suited for travel, I'm afraid, and unfortunately, Elise has few other close relatives. My sister and her husband, Elise's aunt and uncle, of course, have been visiting Eder for these past months. He rubs his knuckles. As for the siblings, Elise has none. My wife has only given birth to Hollowborn since Elise, that is. I see, but going back to your daughter, what about her? Let's go back to my previous questions. I heard you arguing with the innkeeper.
A petty, small-minded man, just like the rest of them around here. I've been paying him an honest fee for board and bed, and yet he can't be bothered to stir himself to concern for my Alice.
Actually, he seemed angry at you.
People from these backwater villages take offense for sport. You have to but show up with a full coin purse, and they'll hear insults in the jingle of your step. They forget that Duke Hadret came from the privileged classes, as did all of the other earls and lords who financed the rebellion they're so proud of.
That's why I'm hoping you can help. He tugs a lock of his hair again. I should have never trusted these people around my child. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Lord Nestor Harrond of Defiance Bay. My family has been prominent there since Imperial times. Our primary estate is on the outskirts of Brackenbury, but we have holdings in New Haomar as well. Those went to my sister and her husband.
Goodbye. So, Blood Legacy updated. Now we need to search Deerford for information about the disappearance. I think they might have taken offense to you because you kind of come across as a bit of a prick in some ways. Lady Harold has not seen Lady Elise in days now, and it seems the villagers of Dyrford have not been much help. Still, I may be able to learn something useful by asking around. Alright, let's look for people I can talk to. Generally, these yellow people tend to have like weird glimpses of their backstory instead of useful information. I'll check with one of them though. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. You see this woman running through the streets of a small city. She pushes her way through the crowd, glancing over her shoulders as she does. Her clothing is torn and her hair disheveled. Even though she appears to be attempting to escape from someone, her eyes sparkle with joy. Her mouth is pulled back in an enormous grin, and occasionally a small giggle works its way out of her throat. While looking over your shoulder, she runs headlong into a well-dressed man standing at one of the market stalls. The moment she sees the man she's run into, her face changes. Gone is the glee, replaced by fear. Her grin twists into a frown, her bottom lip quivering. The man, seeing her appearance, expresses concern for her well-being, and she leans against him, weaving a tale of a brutish man with wandering hands. As she speaks, her own hands travel over his body, seeking and exploring. There is a shout from across the crowd, and they both look over to see a large, angry man approaching, roughly pushing his way through the crowd that separates them. She stiffens against him, feigning fear. The man tells her not to be afraid and steps in front of her to block the path of the figure who is coming nearer. The woman smiles, slowly backing away from them both, then lets out a gleeful cackle. Her protector turns confused and sees her departing, laughing and shaking a coin purse. She spins and races off through the crowded marketplace, confused. The man feels at his belt. His face hardens as he yells, joining the chase after the laughing woman, losing herself in the crowd. So she stole from one person, then acted like she was in trouble just so she could steal from the next person too. Way to go. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop here for this episode, but thanks for watching, guys, like always. And next time, I don't know, I guess we'll see if we can find any useful information about Heron's missing daughter. We're going to have to be doing some digging for that one.